California, cause there's no place like California. California, ayy. California, no place like California. C-A all day. C-A D-M-V-N-I-A over my C-A. Sean.
You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon'
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
Ball can't hold to the ball game over. These boys can't hold me. You boys can't hold us. I told you. Better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it. I was on missions. I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding. We was just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, away from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, away from these snakes, away from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, for peace sake. You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the...
The Lions are now on the clock.
We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your
The Bills are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
Heading into the season, he was thought of by many scouts as a top 3 quarterback prospect. After a series of poor performances, my sources told me many felt he would be lucky to be considered in the top 10 at the position. He's received high praise for his throwing power and accuracy, but some draft experts pointed to a lack of mental sharpness and focus that led to his struggles under center. It doesn't look like GM shared in this assessment, warranting a draft pick that puts him among the top QBs in this draft. It'll be interesting to see if he can return to that form that so many people were buzzing about back in September.
Hello, my name is Kambell. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
Adam, what can you tell us about Nix here?
He was always a player who cared about academics, and that couldn't have been made any more clear when he decided to forego his senior season in order to take on more classes. His goal was to graduate before entering the NFL draft, and at the sacrifice of his final year of football eligibility, he was able to pull it off. The decision left some experts scratching their heads, but guys like Matt Miller saw it as a smart move to stay injury-free and remove the distraction of getting his diploma once he went pro. At least with the degree, he has a backup job now in case this whole football thing doesn't work out for him.
Face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might rob it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This some mud. Yeah, this some mud. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just caught the Benz, with the tick. You should know, cause in every song I said, yeah, in every song I said, I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care, have a head on. Heard you talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and broad ain't straight, you shouldn't care at all.
Please tell me why you always hate.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate. Please tell me why you always hate.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate. Please tell me why you always hate.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate. Please
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
Accounting for over 200 receiving yards in the last game of his collegiate career, he burst onto the scene, going from a relatively unknown player to the draft's top tight end prospect in a matter of weeks. Sources tell me it wasn't his stat line that impressed scouts, but rather his route running. In the game, he put on a clinic, running a variety of routes and creating separation time and time again against one of the nation's best defensive backfields, a backfield loaded with future NFL talent. While his big game resume isn't deep, he should get an opportunity to compete for the starting job.
They try to box me and I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing wood on every candle. I'm like,
Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me. Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me. Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me. Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
If you ain't know me, bet you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me both times. In Pot Town, that's automatic, hold down. What's that? Ask no question, just hold it down. Why you hating on the progress? I'm a humble, I don't even pop what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the projects. And still crazy, I ain't even drive shit. Hate from a distance, please don't try me. Cause we'll turn it up on anybody. I see why they don't like me. Yelling out 400, they go too heavy. I'm with the posse back at it. Whoa. That mean come on, go on platinum. Whoa. That mean I got a Kindle in my mattress. Oh, I got the BD back bragging.
Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me. Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me. Please, please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
I put it in your bitch. I got these bitches dripping. Was young, I wanted a Bentley. I promise I'm gon' go with some, I gon' get it. I had a trap at the vacant. Swerving around in Vegas. Mama, we finally made it. Order with the racks, I'm a trap star. She a ride just like a star. Drop the bricks in the backyard. Put her on the white heart. I can take up on a date. Here's a chicken dinner. Put my wrist in the pot. I can make it trip.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? 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 Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. You know my is the best. I feel like I should stop and retire as a vet and probably maybe put on a new. Oh, I'm in the cruise ship. I'm tired of this.
The Browns are now on the clock. Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Browns' latest pick.
He's the type of offensive lineman that doesn't get mentioned often by the commentators, but when they do, it's complimentary. He's a smart, big guy who knows how to play mistake-free at the line. In fact, he won a stretch of games this season in which he didn't allow a single sack. That's an impressive feat for any college offensive lineman, and it's no wonder to see a team take him. He's going to have to adjust to the larger size and strength of NFL defensive linemen, but I think his intangibles are stronger than any lineman in this class.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
If I'm not mistaken, home team made it. 2 3s on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the crew. Kiss it, sweat, leave, Mr. Couldn't took it quick. Hottest on the planet, get the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight into. We ain't on the same team, cheer up. Bunch of that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talks, you just popping off at the mouth. If I'm the topic, then the conversation heated. Right trim, getting booked up in every city.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
So bad, swimming in my bed. Off with it, off with it. Young Slim, get it in my infrared. Come and hit the rain, I just lit the gas. Young wild winning, living fast. Stash your money.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Roof on fire, then we flood it out. We just threw the money up, we ain't even count. Shake it. Shake it in my speeder, girl, I'm nothing. Messing up my speech. I'm $1 million player, baby, nothing's at my reach. I'm $1 million like I hit the lottery.
All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
Prospects can't take any risks before the draft, as many consider it to be one of the most important off seasons of their careers. Unfortunately, he's an example of what not to do when he suffered an injury playing a casual game of pickup basketball. Here's the catch. It was the week before the combine. Needless to say, he couldn't participate and lost out on a big opportunity to impress scouts. Fortunately, he still landed on a team, but it's still a lesson to all the young players out there to be smart before the draft.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
The Saints are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
breaking in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
And you know my slogan. No fighting in no way.
Popping knocking when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a Batman, but I only got the best intention. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be Molly. Don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing. People singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going. And I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party. Yeah. Turn into the greatest party. Yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once and we went up. Yeah. And my love a tripping. Yeah. Now I feel my body drifting. Yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted. Am I tripping? Yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little happy shooting down the city. Black the latest gears when she wear. You see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady. Other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory. Ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty. I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party. Yeah. Turn into the greatest party. Yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. And my love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. But she got me lifted. Am I tripping? Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Hey baby, take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
I got a lot on my mind, I got a lot on my plate. I got a couple of trouble, I got some money to waste. I put the tricks on the you put your on the car. It's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the problem. About to get it.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
The foundation of any good team starts up front, and here's a guy who's a franchise's dream come true. GMs I talked to pointed to several of his games in college where he took on some of the nation's best defensive linemen, going toe-to-toe with them for 60 minutes of brutal trench combat and dominating them. He's going to be able to protect the franchise quarterback in addition to opening up holes for the run game. With size, speed, and strength, he should have a very successful NFL career.
Let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the Chargers' last pick.
I've spoken with a few GMs to get a better feeling of where he was on their boards, and I was surprised to see there was no clear consensus. He's the first quarterback on some boards, while others place him towards the bottom. And if you look at his performance this season, you'll see why. He was up and down every game, never putting together a string of solid performances. Consistency is the concern here, and it looks like this team feels that with solid coaching and patience, he can start putting all the pieces together.
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an
Let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the Steelers' last pick.
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could potentially do. He's a physical player at the line of scrimmage. The team was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about the Bengals' newest player?
He's a durable lineman who set a team record for consecutive starts, never missing a game throughout a decorated 4-year college career. Ross Tucker praised his footwork leading up to the Combine, where he did not disappoint, solidifying his position as the draft's top offensive line prospect. He has the potential to be the cornerstone of this offensive line for years to come and should provide consistent protection for a franchise quarterback. This is a great pick.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
Okay, in another world.